What's up, guys? Good afternoon. This is Santos. How are you guys doing today? Today is June 14th, Saturday, and it's been a heck of a day for me. Um, Went to did some gym this morning, some traditional strength training, and then I went to go protest for a bit in downtown, located here in Phoenix, Arizona. For the people that don't know, and it's been a pretty productive day. It's a crazy world we live in right now, so I was just going out there to show some support, and just I'm telling you guys that just because I'm pretty exhausted right now, but I definitely want to get this video out. I was meaning to get this video out yesterday, but I just got pretty busy doing basically the same thing and running some errands. But let's get to it. Today's topic is gonna be how to start investing for beginners. Kind of funny because I was recording this video not so long ago, maybe a few minutes, and honestly, I feel like I was losing you guys when I was talking. Like 10 minutes into the video, I was like, you know what? Like this is I I feel like I already know a lot of information to a beginner. Like I feel like I would lose him, right? So I'm gonna try to keep that very very beginner friendly and show you guys kind of how to start investing, how to start buying stocks, how to open up a position, and you know that topic and area. Sorry, guys, I'm a little too tired. All right, let's get to this. I'm fidgeting and everything. Okay, who cares, right? It's a minute in. I'm not gonna restart it. You know, take one, start now. Okay, so how do I start investing? Please show me. Perfect. I would start by opening up an account with Robinhood. A lot of people knock on Robinhood because it's more of like a meme or very, very beginner friendly, but I personally like to use it to see companies and graphs. I personally use Fidelity as my custodian, and custodian is like a service that I like to use to invest some money in there, and then from there I buy companies, right? So it's just using their services. There's so many of them out there. There's Charles Schwab, Vanguard, Fidelity is some of the big ones. I know E Trade, Chase. You can sometimes invest, through Cash App that I've heard. So there's different ways, but I would personally open up a Robinhood. I would tell somebody that wants to get started to open it up just because it's super beginner friendly, and I personally like to use it myself, right? So you just create an account. It's probably gonna ask your information, personal information, first, last name, making in the account, where you live, your home address, your social security number, your employment sometimes, your social security. I already said social security number, and then your bank account to transfer money into your Robinhood account, right? And I'm just gonna make an example for Robinhood and only Robinhood only, but it'll be the same thing for anything else, right? If I was to do a Fidelity account, it would be the same thing. But I'm just gonna use Robinhood just because it's super beginner friendly. So once you get done making your account and providing all the information they're asking for, now you have to fund the account, right? So usually if it's from like a savings to Robinhood or a checkings account to Robinhood, you start by funding maybe $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000. It depends on what kind of liquid cash you have available to fund the account. But we all start somewhere, right? Let me see. Let me log in real quick. Send me a text. So, bam, congratulations, you opened up your account, and I got it on my phone and on my computer. So congratulations, you opened up your account. Whatever account you decide to open up, whatever custodian decided to open up, if you did Robinhood, congratulations, you opened up an individual account. There's a few accounts you can kind of go through. There's like an IRA, a Roth IRA. You can do individuals, you can do joints. There's some of them out there. But as right now, you open up an individual account, where you can invest, trade stocks, whatever, buy positions, companies, whatever, however you decide to word it. So this would be all empty. This list here is just companies that I'm currently interested in, or just keeping in touch and just kind of tracking, just kind of see where everything's at. So after you fund your account, after you know, you put $100 into this account, you have to find what you want to invest in, right? You can invest in like cryptocurrency, hard elements like gold, silver. There's different stocks for that as well. You can just have your money in there in a money market cash. Usually it's a little bit higher than a high yield savings account. I personally like to invest my money into VOO. I covered it last time in one of my other videos. VOO is Vanguard's top 500 companies. Do some research on what you decide to invest in, but this is just one of them that I like to use. 508 holdings, 508 top companies, right, in the stock market is in one fund. This is an index fund, an ETF, an exchange traded fund that you can basically buy and sell very easy. And it's been growing for a while. I think it's, the past year it's like 10 to 13%. Past 3 years around the same, 15%. So it's always going up in price. When it comes to investing money, your money will go up and down. That's the risk that you're taking. But for the most part, assets do end up going up in price for the most part. Okay, real estate, gold, Bitcoin, companies, ETFs, they usually been going up in price. And that's honestly just because we are $36 trillion into debt, right? So they gotta put all that money somewhere. And I don't want to lose you guys, but Bitcoin is being more friendly when it comes to the institutions. So big money corporations, hedge funds like BlackRock, Fidelity, they're all buying Bitcoin. I'm very confident that soon individuals that are putting towards their 401k are going to be able to buy Bitcoin. It's amazing kind of seeing the process behind everything, and this is historical. I honestly do believe it, and I've been telling friends about it for a while. I remember I told buddies sometime last year to buy a ticker symbol IBIT, and that was because it went down in price, and I told them, and they probably looked at me and they were like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? Let's see. Yeah. So this was when it was super high, and then it was super low, and I told some friends. I vividly remember telling them, I was like, yo, buy some of this, and then now it just recovered. So it went from 70% to 116, which is about a 40-50%, give or take. 8 minutes long. I'll finish this by 15 minutes. That's my goal. And I'm super off topic. Now I'm talking about Bitcoin and stuff. It's super funny. But after you fund your account, right? After you open your account, let's start there. Whatever account you decide, if it's Robinhood, perfect. Congratulations. After you fund your account, you put some money in there. Now you have to find what you want to invest in. If you do what I personally do is VOO. VOO. It's as easy as, review order and to see what you want to buy. Say you invest $100 into your account. Not the company, but your account. You have $100 in there, balance. Then you buy the stock or the company. I like to use companies because stocks, I don't know. I don't like that word. You buy the company or the index fund. This is an index fund. You're not owning a company. You're owning a whole bunch of companies. So by buying this index fund, you are also buying. This is why I freaking love this. Tell me? Yeah, you're by putting $100 into VOO, you're putting 6% of that $100 into Apple, 6% to Microsoft, 5% to Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Berkshire, Broadcom, Tesla, and Google. Like $100, you're buying all of these companies, right? So if they all tend to go up, the index fund's gonna go up. VO will go up, right? So bam, perfect. You found what you want to invest in, right? You can invest in anything: Coca-Cola, Apple, Amazon. Just listen, just big general, multi-trillion, maybe billion, if they haven't gotten to that trillion companies, right? This holds $1.3 trillion in assets. Okay. So that's what they manage. 1.3 trillion, I believe. This gets, on average, they buy or sell this index fund 7.34 million times. And right now it's almost at all-time high because of the current economy and everything. And this is kind of what I mean by, like, I lose you guys because I go so off topic. That's one thing I struggle with, but it's okay. It's okay. VO, right? That's what you're investing in. Keep it at that. Okay. Congratulations. You have now opened up. You have now found what custodian you want to use. In this example, we're using Robinhood. Congratulations. You have now opened up an account. Right? Provided all the information they need. Congratulations. You have put money into the account. Right? Whether that's from savings or checkings account. Congratulations, you have now found where or what to invest in. For an example, this is VO. Since it's the weekend, it is the market is closed. So I don't know if it looks like this. I don't trade. I don't use Robinhood to invest my personal money. I like to just use it for graphs, and it's just slick looking in my opinion. I use Fidelity, and I'm gonna do my Roth IRA. But it's an individual account. What you would be making is an individual account. You can do like a Roth IRA. It would be like a brokerage account. On this, I would go to quote. I would go VOO. I would do research, and then from here I can buy or sell it. Right. So if I was to buy it, I'll show you guys from what I'm used to. I buy it. Say I invest $100 into this account, so I put $100 in here. Your value. Here, let me move this camera down to the top right. Why not? Right, I put apply $100. I go to market, so that's 0.16 of what this is VGT. Sorry for the confusion. Let's do VO. You're investing your money into this. You're buying $100 worth of it because that's what I contributed, and then I buy it from market. Right. Right now, the current market or the current price of VO was at $5.48. This is before the market closed on Friday at 1 p.m. my time. I think the stock market's open from 9 to 4 p.m. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. I think that's the price. I'm honestly too sure. I'm honestly very tired, guys. But I'm still knocking this video out. It might be a little painful to watch, but I do appreciate you guys staying into it and just, watching. Hopefully you guys can gain a little bit of knowledge. And then I would just preview the order, and I would place the order, right? Preview the order. I need to add funds on this because I don't have any funds on it. And then bam. Congratulations, you have now invested $100 of your own money into VOO. And whether VOO goes up 5 or 10% or goes down 5 or 10% in 1 month, that's going to be, your new position or your current investment. If it goes up 10% in 1 month, your investment of $100 is not worth $110, right? I always like to use percentage when it comes to investing. Video's at 15 minutes. I'll wrap it up in the next minute. Let's see. Where was I at? I always like to use percentage when it comes to investing. I like to dollar cost average, meaning I'm always buying an index fund or a company when it's up or down in price, or cryptocurrency when it's up or down in price. Just because I like to average my way in. For the most part, when you do end up doing that, you can't time the market. You're invested in it, and for the most part, you do come up on top. You can do a small position like $5 per recurring investment. You can buy it one time a week, twice a week, whatever the case is, for a year, every day, whatever, right? But hopefully you guys were able to tag along and follow through, okay? I'll kind of go over the whole video in the next minute or 30 seconds, okay? Bear with me, guys. So sorry. Santos, how do I start investing? Ray from the Haunted House, that movie's hilarious. Ray, you gotta find a custodian. There's so many of them to choose from, but I personally like to use Robinhood. Ray, fill out all the information they're asking you. Your first name, last name, social, bank account, employment. Fill everything out. Ray, congratulations. You had now opened up your Robinhood account. Your brokerage, whatever, right? Ray, now you have to fund the account, right? Put $100 in that account into Robinhood. Not trying to lose you guys. Put $100 into Robinhood. Perfect. Now you have to find a company or an index fund to invest in, or now you have to find somewhere to put your money, right? Ray, if you want to invest in all the 500 companies or the top 500 companies, I would recommend VOO. Ticker symbol or abbreviation, VOO. Okay, you would look that up. Okay, perfect. Ray, you put a buy order of $100. Okay, and then you have now owned $100 worth of VOO. VOO is currently valued. The price of VOO is currently at $5.49, and you have $100 of it because you can buy fractional shares. Whoa, let's go! I am now invested into VOO. Right, Ray, congratulations, high five, bam, dog. This is just the journey of this is the start of everything, guys. If video is 18 minutes, if you guys gained any knowledge, learned something, maybe lost some brain cells, comment down below. I'm gonna cover some other videos, and I think through some time I'll be a lot sharper. I'm just kind of raw, doing it all, right? I'll show you guys all my mistakes. I'm not afraid of them. I'm filled with mistakes. I'm not in a bad way, but I always make mistakes, right? I don't care if that's my pronunciation, I misread something, or if I can't pronounce something. Anyways, thank you guys for watching everything, if you guys did, or watching some parts. Hope you guys have a great day. Comment down below if you guys have learned anything. And thank you guys for everything, okay? Hasta la vista, doses.